Hey guys, here we are for the third and final round with Bant Humans in Modern. Looks like I won the die roll again, so let's go first. Oh, and this hand is a spicy one. So let's keep. This is probably one of the better hands that we've had in this set so far. So I'm going to get a... I think I'm just going to get a Temple Garden. I have blue through... You know what? So normally you almost always want to play Noble Hierarch, but I think next turn... If I go Champion this turn, I can go Champion next turn into Hierarch, swing for 4. Versus if I go Hierarch, then I'm just playing like 2 Champions, not attacking at all. So I think Champion's correct this game. Only because I have 2 1-drops, so... Am I against Eldrazi? Ooh, Humans. What is this? The mirror? He has Caverns though. He has the edge. No, I'm just kidding. Caverns is a pretty dead draw, or dead land in this matchup, other than fixing colors for creatures. Oh, just Bant Eldrazi and just needed the green source. Oh, maybe it is Humans. What the heck? Okay, so I think I just go Reflector Mage. And what do I want to bounce, though, is the question. I think I just bounce his Thalia. Get in for 7 with my 1-drops. It's pretty insane. And if I draw a land next turn, that'll be even more insane. Looks like he's got to collect a company. Okay, so I'm just going to... So Thalia's Lieutenant pumps my champions +2 because they both get to trigger. I think I just attack with everything. He gets the Coco. This is so weird playing against a... Like, this deck is like 0.00001% of the meta, and the fact that I actually is playing against it. His deck's a little bit different though. For some reason he's got a lot of colorless sources. So maybe he's got like Eldrazi Displacer in the list, but that seems weird with Thalia's Lieutenant. Like, you just want to have all creatures. Looks like my champions persisted and crushed. This is pretty sweet, having a human-on-human battle. Okay, so I think Meddling Mage can come out. Like, he's probably playing a lot of the same cards as me. Like, I don't really want to name like Collect a Company. You know what, Magus of the Moon seems like it might be reasonable. Same with Gutshot. Let's see here. I can maybe... debating on cutting like a path or 2, because his creatures are probably pretty small. And I kind of want to just like beat him down with bigger creatures. I don't mind Phantasmal Image because I can even copy like his Thalia's lieutenants. Negate is also a consideration to counter his Collected Companies with. I think I'll trim an E-Witness, and maybe I'll just go down to 2 paths because I've already got 2 gut shots to deal with his smaller creatures. If he's playing Eldrazi, I might want to bring back in the paths, but even the Eldrazi, like, my creatures get bigger than his creatures. Like, champions become like the same size, if not bigger, than like Reality Smashers. Okay, this hand seems... I'm missing a 1-drop, but I do have Collected Company. He's mulling again to 6. I think I'll just try it. It could just be too slow. Looks like he mulled into 5. So that makes me being slower even more fine. At least he kept 5, so it should be at least somewhat of a game. Okay, so I'm going to play this because A, I want to filter my deck. B, I want to be able to hold a path if I really want to path something. C, I can put a tap land in play regardless. So I will just put... I've already got a white source and a blue source. I've got Magus of the Moons to be concerned with. Maybe I just take a forest. You know what? I think that's such a small corner case. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. It might seem bad to play this, but ultimately it's just a 2-mana champion of the parish, which, you know, it's not insane. It's obviously the lower end of its playability, but okay. So I can copy. Just copy that. I could also just copy my Thalia's Lieutenant. I think. Whoops. Yeah, I think I'm just going to copy his Thalia's Lieutenant. I guess I shouldn't have paid the life there because it comes into play tapped regardless. That was just a misplay. Oof. Reflector Mage. So good. I think we've broken the meta here, guys. Everyone's running the list. Attack, because he can probably just like township anyways and I can't block. He's going to get to start activating township. Ooh, a Collected Company. I don't understand. How is there another person playing this list? I mean, it's different, but it's the same premise. Hopefully he doesn't have like a negative zone. Okay, so I'm just gonna collect a company here. Because otherwise my creatures come into play tapped. So I could Magus of the Moon. That locks out his Gavany Township. That seems actually pretty reasonable. And then I think I'm going to take Captain. And I've still got green mana through my Hierarch. Just gonna take it because I want 4 creatures for this Captain to flip. Okay, and now this Cultivator will probably just take over the game, unless if my opponent has a Path to Exile. Yeah, this card just seems absurd. Just gives the deck so much reach, so much power. I mean, we're playing so many creatures anyway, so it's just, its flipping ability is just kind of like a given. If you have any sort of reasonable rollout, it's just going to flip. I'm not too sure why he's running all these, like... Oh, he does have the path. I think now he's just going to Township and get to like eat all my guys. I think if I block like this, I don't lose my Cultivator. It's going to become a 3 power. I'm going to lose these 2. It's going to become... Yeah. I guess I should have put the Hierarch on his 3/3. Okay, E-Witness was a good draw. Okay, 2 collect companies are on the bottom, which is good to know. Probably not going to draw another one for the rest of the game. So now I need to just hope that... Oh, you know what? I think I just had lethal there. 8 plus 6 plus 2. Yeah, I think I had lethal there. That's unfortunate. Just clicking... Didn't realize how good this guy was. It was at 8/8. Because now if he has a path or reflector mage, I'm just dead. Oh well. Yeah, my opponent's pointing out that I missed lethal. I mean, I noticed it after the fact, before he pointed out, so at least there's that. Just telling him that I didn't realize that this dude was 8-8 and that he was only at 16. So it sounds like, I don't know if he has lethal and he's rubbing it in, or if he doesn't have lethal and he's just trying to make me feel bad about my life. But the one thing in Magic that I've learned, and I've been playing Magic for a long time, is don't get caught up on your mistakes. You want to learn from your mistakes, but don't, you know, go on tilt because you made a mistake. Just try to recognize that you've made a mistake and learn from it going forward. So I mean, now I know this card's insane, so I know when I have it in play, you probably just swing for lethal. Okay, so now I got 2 of them. So I can just cycle this thing. Okay. So he has to block these. I'm thinking I can just wait another turn. I'm just making, he's just going to keep activating his township, and I'm just going to keep making 1/1s. Drawing these lands, which is not ideal. I think these 2 dudes are actually racing this township. Like, I'm getting, well, that's unfortunate. I was going to say I'm getting more value than he is. Now that might not be the case. Kind of sucks that I have 2 collected companies on the bottom of my deck, and I can't really shuffle because I'm at 1. Oh, there's a path. That's good. Just got a debate here. if I attack with everything, let's say I preemptively path the champion, attack with everything, he could double block this, he would lose this, you'd have to block this, probably with like that. I think I can just keep passing. I'll eventually path like his champion or something. Or as soon as I draw like another Thalia's lieutenant, all my 2/2s will become huge. Or sorry, all my tokens will become huge. Sure. Champion is good. It's going to grow my lieutenants. And it's going to start to grow itself. I think I just keep passing. That one misblock where I blocked his 2/3 instead of the 3/3, I would have been at one more life. I could have shuffled, which would have put those two collected companies back into my deck instead of sitting at the bottom. I'm just drawing all these fetch lands. Sure. Ooh, that actually shuffles, so my Cocos are back in. These townships are kind of taking over the game. Reflector Mage is good. I think I want to bounce. I'm just going to bounce this one and then path this one. Let's just send these. I kind of want to just eat up some of his creatures. And my guys aren't getting any bigger. His are. Well, his are getting bigger at a faster rate than mine are. It's probably not a good trade for me. Yeah, actually, this looks like a terrible attack on my part. I'll just kill that guy. And which guy's more important to kill? Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's probably a fine trade. On paper, it doesn't look very good, but his guys are getting bigger, so I just want to like shrink his board. Gut shot. I can actually hard cast it. Perfect. Like if I could just draw my township or Athalia's lieutenant, that'd be pretty good. Collect company is also pretty good. More lands is not what I need. Kind of flooding out here. I mean, the flood on top of that misplay, on top of him having townships and me not, is hurting. Like if I can do Coco into like E-Witness, Phantasmal Image, anything like that, I'm probably back in the game. But my window's closing quite quickly. These lands. think I have one more draw step. After that I can safely concede and move on to game 3. He's actually one land away from... Oh no, he can actually double township now. I don't know if that's better than just continually townshipping. Another land. I was gonna say like Collected Company might be lethal here, because I could like Coco, hit like an E-Witness, and a Thalia's Lieutenant, get back a Coco, Coco again, hit like a Phantasmal Image, like bounce this guy or whatever. But drawing all these lands is not good. Okay, so now that I'm on the play, I think I'm gonna cut the gut shots and bring back in the paths. Path seemed pretty good there. And E-Witness is probably okay. What do I want to cut? Maybe I can cut like a land. Yeah, this is fine. Games are probably going to go a little bit long, like that game went a little bit long. So I think having one less land is fine. Let this go first. Okay, this seems fine. Might be able to just like lock him out of the game here. I think I'm just gonna get green. The reason I'm getting green is I think green's more important than white. So if I want to slam this Magus next turn, hopefully he just taps out. Perfect. Oh, perfect. I'll get my white through that next turn. He's just locked out. So that's pretty crazy how game 2, I mean I made some misplays in game 2 that cost me the game ultimately, but game 2 took like 15 minutes, and then game 3 was just like wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're locked out. And yeah, but anyways, there you guys have it. The deck seems pretty sweet. I'm sure the list can be tuned a little bit more, and maybe it can become like a tier 1 contender. Maybe the sidebar can be tuned a little bit. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing the list. Hopefully you guys did too. And we'll see you guys next time.